So, Joe, I don't have a bookmark or a book really to talk about of favorite things. In fact, most of the books that have been read are either behind me on top of my air conditioner or are underneath the camera holding it up. But I do have a similar item. I don't have it with me because it's in storage, but I have a scarf. It's a Harry Potter scarf, a Hogwarts scarf, that I got from my aunt when she visited Universal. It is a very long scarf that even if you wrap it around your neck once, it still goes most of the way to the floor. Unless you're Shaquille O'Neal or Michael Jordan, because let's face it, tall people are different than short people or even average-sized people like us, Joe. You'll probably see the scarf more as the weather cools down. Unfortunately, even though we're in fall, it's still like 70, 80 degrees outside. Weird New Jersey weather. It's the hottest summers and the coldest winters, as a commercial for New York said once. But you don't want to hear about scarves. You want to hear about me and sports and my predictions, which have gone horrible this year. So I said a few weeks ago that I would address my abysmal prediction for the New York Giants, how they were going to win the NFC East, and they are now 1-5, dealing with passing issues and all that. That's not my only prediction that's wrong. My playoff predictions for baseball have also been off as well. While I did get the Astros beating the Red Sox, and I did get the Yankees-Indian series going to 5 games, I did not think the Dodgers would sweep the Diamondbacks, and frankly, not a lot of people thought that either. Same thing with the Nationals losing in 5 games to the Cubs. So does that mean my opinions don't matter, and you should just take the opposite opinion? Maybe. But remember that the New York Giants in ESPN's preseason ranking were number 11th, which is not great, but it certainly doesn't suggest losing your first 5 games. And on the other end of the spectrum, the New York Jets in that same ESPN ranking were ranked last, 32nd, out of all the teams. And yet they're not doing terrible. I mean, they're not leading the AFC East, but it's a very tight division race, so they still theoretically have a chance. It's not completely out of it. As for MLB predictions, playoffs are a hard thing to predict at times. Take Game 5 of the American League Championship Series yesterday with Dallas Keuchel, a guy who has mystified the Yankees for his entire career, but was chased after 4 2/3 innings yesterday and was on the losing side of Game 5. There's a difference between facing a guy once or twice a year and facing them twice in a week. And you'll see that probably tomorrow with Game 6 in Houston facing Justin Verlander. On the flip side, you also have that same mantra against Luis Severino. Joe, do you have any predictions that were completely off base? Do you have any that were on? And will you ever call me by my real name? We'll see you on Sunday, Joe.